Hello and welcome back. Today's real user review, we are going to take a look at the Hiroshi Kato the Blade in the Copper Raw colorway. Now, Kato did send me this as a sample for review, but all the opinions in this video are mine and mine alone. I did not share this content with Hiroshi Kato prior to publication. They will see this when you do. In addition to that, there is an affiliate link in the description box down below. If you're considering buying this jacket or any other product from Kato, please consider using that link. It doesn't cost you anything extra, but I do earn a small commission from that sale. And all the money goes back to the channel to help me produce more content so consumers can make informed personal decisions. So this is not my first go-around with Kato. I've had a couple pairs of jeans. I've had the Anvil shirt jacket, the Shishiko shirt jacket. That is one of my favorite pieces. I love that. The Shishiko is beautiful in it. It's so comfortable to wear. It looks good. The color of that is amazing. But the Blade in this Copper Raw color, I know there's something about it. I really love this. I've been wearing this as much as I possibly can. Now today, it's not that bad. It's actually pretty warm out, regardless of how miserable it looks right now. It's like a light misty rain that's kind of tapered off, but it looks worse than it is. Right now, it's probably in the mid 40s, and I'm right now wearing this over a t-shirt, a mid-weight brushed flannel, and then just this online, the Blade. And I'm kind of fine. My hands are a little chilly. I kind of wish I put on some fingerless gloves at least, but other than that, I'm completely comfortable. I've been wearing this, again, as much as I possibly can, and even though I've been wearing heavier jackets, I've still been wearing this almost every day. I've been bringing it to work. I've talked about this in other videos. I generally wear a jacket all day long while I'm at work. It's always cold inside that building. I have a firm belief that corporate America likes to freeze their employees so their eyes stay frozen open so they can continue to work. But yeah, I digress. It's always cold, so I'm always wearing something. And usually it's a jacket. So even if I'm wearing, say, if it's a rainy day and I'm wearing like a wax jacket, I'm either wearing that wax jacket over this or I'm bringing this with me. And then when I get to work, I'm shedding the wax jacket and I'm putting this on, or I'm wearing this underneath a heavier jacket, or I've been bringing it with me and still wearing it just about every single day because I really, really love it. Now, this is a 10.5 ounce selvage denim that has four-way stretch. Now that's kind of cool. It's kind of interesting. I've had the Mammoth I did with the four-way stretch, and I don't know what it is about them, but they just work. Historically, for me, in the past, the reason I personally switched to selvage denim was that most of these companies were putting way too much stretch into their denims that it would just blow out within a couple of months. But with Kato, they use 96% cotton and 4% polyurethane to get their stretch. And I find that the polyurethane is giving the garment the stretch that it needs without actually weakening the denim and making this wear out super fast. Because again, the reason I switched to selvage is because it's generally 100% cotton, where most of the jeans I have been wearing from big box stores, they started making them with more and more and more and more and more stretch. Sometimes you're getting like 75% cotton and the rest is a mix of different things like spandex and elastane. Now, if you use maybe like 2% of elastane, it's pretty good. But once you get above that 2%, and spandex I'm not a fan of, that stuff just wears out super fast. It all just burns through and you get holes and blowouts super quick. Even though the material might feel comfortable because it's very stretchy, it's easy to get on, it's easy to wear, it's not restrictive, it blows out super fast and it's completely worthless because you're now just wasting your money because your garment was basically worn out in a couple of months. But I'm finding that the polyurethane has been great. It's giving the garment the stretch that it needs to make it more comfortable, to make it easier to get on, while still retaining a lot of that strength that you get from 100% cotton. Another thing, because this has the four-way stretch, like right now, I'm wearing it over this pretty brushed, pretty soft cotton flannel. So this being an unlined jacket, just a denim jacket, sometimes you're kind of doing that little dance. And you still do have to do that because you're creating friction between the soft, cozy shirt that you're wearing and the line and the inside of the jacket. So you are still to do that dance, but I'm finding because it does have that four-way stretch, it does make it a little bit easier to get on than something that's going to be a little bit more rigid. On top of that, sorry about that train, and that stretch also allows me to extend the wearing season of this jacket because I can now layer it over something a little bit heavier, like a thicker, heavyweight sweatshirt, so I get that stretch. I can still get on over the sweatshirt and still be comfortable and not feel like I'm restricted like a heavier, rigid denim. So it allows you to wear it for quite some time. Now let's talk about the actual look of this jacket. It just looks awesome. I'm calling this a modified Type 1 because it does have your pleats, your single pocket, but it has hand warmer pockets that I find are basically a must on jackets, and we lack the back pleat that you would normally have on a Type 1 jacket. And honestly, for me, the reason I never got a Type 1 was because I don't like the back pleat. I just find it to be, I don't know, a little old-fashioned, a little gaudy. I know it was there for a reason. It allows you to wear the jacket for a longer period of time. Whether you grow or shrink, you can shrink the size of the jacket. But I also find hand pockets almost a necessity. Like right now, I got my keys dangling on my back. I don't know why I did that, but normally I toss my keys in my right pocket. I'm right-handed, so my right pocket usually gets a little bit more wear and tear, but I find hand warmer pockets, even if I'm not using them for my hands, to be incredibly utilitarian because I throw my keys in there. If I had remembered to grab some fingerless gloves, they would have been in my pocket. So I have my gloves in my pocket. So I find pockets on a jacket to be not just utilitarian, almost a must for me, which is one of the reasons I have never gotten to a Type 1 because they don't have hand warmer pockets. And I find that pleat to be a little gaudy, if you will. I know it's not for everyone, myself included, but some people do like having that back pleat. I personally don't like it. I don't like the style of it. So now that I have a modified Type 1, I always like the pleats. On Type 1 and Type 2s, I like the pleats. They always look cool. So now I got the pleats. I have my hand warmer pockets. I have the lack of the back strap. This is basically the total package to me for a Type 1 trucker jacket. For point of reference, I am 5'9", roughly 175 to 180 pounds, a 42.5-inch chest over a t-shirt, and I am wearing a size large. And there's just something about the cut of this jacket. It just fits and it looks good no matter what I'm wearing it over. If I'm wearing it over a t-shirt, if I'm wearing it over flannel, or if I'm wearing it over a sweatshirt, it just looks good. It doesn't look like it's big and sloppy on me if I'm only wearing it over a t-shirt. And if I layer it over a sweatshirt, I don't look like I'm stuffed in a sardine tin. This is just one of those magical jackets that just fits you well no matter what you're wearing it over. And a lot of that comes down to the 4-way stretch material. Now let's talk about the copper raw colorway. So I like selvage, I like denim. One of the things that I do get to sometimes, someone says to me at work or out and about, hey, nice Canadian tuxedo, because I'm wearing blue denim and a blue jacket. And sometimes if I'm wearing even blue denim and a black denim jacket, because indigo is pretty dark, sometimes it just looks like I'm wearing a Canadian tuxedo, if you will, wearing all the same color. And I get it. It's a good joke. Ha ha ha. It's been going around for as long as I can possibly remember. But having this copper raw colorway breaks that up. I can wear it with my selvage jeans, but I don't look like I'm wearing a Canadian tuxedo. Now let's talk about the price point. The Blade comes in at $358 USD. Yes, that does seem like a lot of money for an unlined jacket, but when we're talking about selvage denim, it's pretty par for the course. I'd say that's an average price you pay for a lot of denim that's out there. This is Japanese selvage denim. It's built in America. It's cut and sewn in Los Angeles. So you are getting an American-made garment with Japanese selvage denim. You're getting a nice 4-way stretch material that is still very, very durable. Again, a lot of the 4-way stretch you'll find in other denim, not selvage. I'm talking about big box stores. Yeah, it's going to be stretchy. It might be really comfortable to wear, but that's going to wear out and basically become a rag after a couple of months, where with the Kato, the Blade, you're gonna be able to wear this for years. Now, while yes, I've only been wearing this for about a month, I've put in a lot of wear on this in a month. When you're wearing a jacket underneath another as like a mid layer, you're getting actually quite a bit of wear and tear, because as you're moving, you're now creating friction on the outside of your jacket that you wouldn't normally get because I'm wearing this as a mid layer. So the jacket that I'm wearing this under is rubbing on the outside shell of this, which is wear that you're not generally going to get with something like a denim jacket. So I'm wearing this a lot throughout the day at the office. I'm wearing this underneath other layers, so it's actually taking quite a bit of wear and tear, and it still looks absolutely perfect. There is nothing about this jacket that tells you could probably think that I just did my unboxing of this jacket like this morning and it still looks brand new. So even though I've worn it a ton in the past month, it's gotten a lot of wear, it still looks great. So yes, that $350 price point, if you're just getting into selvage denim, it might be a bit of a sticker shock, but believe me, there's denim that costs far more out there, and there's denim that is way cheaper. But when you're talking about the average price for selvage denim, I think it's par for the course, so I don't have any issues with the price point. Again, Japanese denim, made in America. So you're actually getting quite a bit of a bang for your buck for that price tag. And also you're supporting a smaller company, not a massive conglomerate. So all in, all said and done, do I think that the Hiroshi Kato the Blade is worth the price point? Yeah, I absolutely do. I love this jacket. Dare I say I might like it a little bit more than my Anvil, and the Anvil has been one of my favorite pieces to wear, both as an outer layer and as a mid layer for, I don't know, I've had it over a year now, a year and a half. I don't think I've had it quite 2 years yet, but that has been one of my favorites, and that is another Hiroshi Kato product. But there's something about this, the Blade, I just love it. It just fits good. This reminds me of my denim jacket. It was a type 3, but the denim jacket that kind of sent me down the rabbit hole of going after all of these different types of jackets. I had one. It was a cheap one. It was actually a pretty good one, but it was a cheap one. It just fit me great no matter what I wore it under or what I wore under it. It just fit great. And this reminds me of that because no matter what I put underneath this, it just fits and it looks good. It doesn't look sloppy if I'm wearing it over a t-shirt, and it doesn't look like I'm stuffing myself into a tiny sardine can. It can if I'm wearing this over like something like a heavyweight sweatshirt. So yes, I do highly recommend the Hiroshi Kato Blade. This is just, it's a great garment. I'm incredibly happy with it, much more so than I thought. I saw the color on the website and I thought the color was going to be cool, and then I got it and I saw it in person, and this copper raw color is just awesome. The fit is awesome. Very, very happy. Very, very pleased with this garment. So if you like this video or any of my other videos, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Smash that big red button and ring that bell right next to it. So notifications the next time I post a brand new video. Good night.